Hey guys, we'll be covering all of the Nintendo Switch's game announcements for the third week of April, so let's get started. Our first game announcement this week came to us from Sega, confirming that Valkyria Chronicles 1 is a remaster that will be hitting the eShop later this year, and it will include all the previously released DLC. Sega Ages is a new initiative that will bring over 15 classic titles courtesy of M2, that will include greats like Sonic the Hedgehog, Thunder Force 4, Phantasy Star, Game Ground, and more. Sega did also state that Saturn and Dreamcast game could be coming if there's enough demand. Coming this summer, Battlezone Gold Edition has you controlling a powerful tank against the maniacal corporation ravaging the Earth, featuring a procedurally generated campaign with up to 4-player co-op. NBA Playgrounds 2 will feature new online and offline game modes with courts, players, and more as it releases on the Switch later this year. I have a bit of a personal history with this game since I put up the first visual comparison video between Switch, PS4, and Xbox One and warned people ahead of time about the horrid resolution and frame rate issues. It's safe to say that it got a lot of traffic and a bit heated, so consider me a bit skeptical with this upcoming sequel since they basically gave up development on the first game about halfway through. Monster Crown is a successful Kickstarter project that will get an entry on the Switch. It's all about collecting, breeding, and battling pocket monsters, trying to capture that nostalgia from the Pokemon games of yesteryear. The RPG with turn-based battles and gorgeous art, Another Eden, is getting a revamped console edition on Switch after releasing last year as a free-to-play mobile game. The aeronautical exploration game Above will release on the Switch this summer. This gorgeous isometric 3D flyer will have you upgrading, modifying, and even building your own planes to take down giant sea creatures. The turn-based puzzle RPG The Legend of Bumbo will have you performing offensive and defensive attacks in combat with a match 4 puzzle system exploring randomly generated dungeons. One Strike is coming to the Switch this summer. This is a simple 2D fighting game with one mechanic: hit your enemy and you win, featuring 8-bit pixel artwork. Announced on the latest issue of Famitsu, Class of Heroes Anniversary Edition will release in the Japanese eShop April 26th, with new features like music and art appreciation modes and visual upgrades. It originally released on the PSP. Another Switch successful Kickstarter project is Rise of the Third Power, and the interesting part is that they're promising Switch keys to backers while still just working on the PC version. They have since then clarified that the Switch version will follow a PC release. From the creators of Count Lucanor, UP Psycho features a mix of different genres including survival horror, graphic adventure, and puzzle solving in a retro-inspired gorgeous 16-bit style pixel artwork. Kimono Heroes is an arcade platformer where you get to play as critters, each with different unique abilities, with co-op support and up to 4 players. The puzzle adventure game Professor Lupo and HisHorrible Pets will hit the eShop later this summer, featuring over 100 levels and a single-player story. Listed for an April 26th release, Goatia is a point-and-click adventure game where you get to play as a ghost, roaming a manor trying to discover its secrets. Originally announced on Twitter by the developers, Unexplored Unlocked Edition is a roguelike action RPG that releases this spring, and they will include all the 3 DLC packs previously available. The retro action platformer and Mega Man inspired Venture Kid is hitting the eShop this summer, featuring 9 levels and bosses with up to 8 unique power-ups. A robot named Fight is hitting the eShop April 26th. This Metroidvania roguelike focuses on exploration and item collection. The now infamous FMV game Night Trap is getting a 25th anniversary edition release on Switch from Limited Run Games later this year. Due out on the eShop April 26th, Another Lost Phone, Laura's Story, is the spiritual sequel to A Normal Lost Phone, which released earlier this year. The 2D arcade platformer Super Saurier Fly hits the eShop April 28th, where you get to play as Saurier looking to collect the eggs that were stolen from you. Skypiece is a high-speed action game with simple controls, and this mobile port will hit the eShop on April 26th. The classic vertical shooter Salvaria Resolution is getting a remastered and will release as Salvaria Delta, with high-resolution visuals, new modes, and other features. And that's all the games we'll be covering this week. Not a particularly exciting week, but Labo is out, so I'm sure all of you are out building box forts. So with all that said, as per always, thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate the support. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. See ya!